Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to the channel. Hitchhiking Yeti here. I am located just outside of Mooresville, North Carolina, which I'm going to do a little video vlog today in Mooresville, just about the historic downtown area. But on my way into town, I drove in on the old Cottle Creek Highway, which is also known as Number 3 Highway, named after Dale Earnhardt because he drove the number 3. And this right here behind me is the old Garage Mahal. That's right, DEI. Unfortunately, it is not open right now. It's still, closed ever since COVID happened. They still have not reopened the showroom where you could walk in and look at the trophy room and things like that. But nonetheless, I wanted to stop by and just pay my respects to the man in black, Dale Earnhardt. So let's get back in the vehicle and head on into town and see what we can see today, because we got some exciting stuff at the end of this video. Because while we're in town, I always try to fit in a little movie history or movie magic. And there was a small movie that Tom Cruise was in that was filmed here in Mooresville called Days of Thunder. And the old Days of Thunder barn where they built the race car in the movie, Harry Hogg, where they built that car in that old barn. The barn is still alive, barely. It's still standing. So I definitely want to document that barn at some point today, probably toward the end of the video, because it's on the opposite end of town. If it's still standing, I've not been here in a really long time. So that being said, come with me. Thank you for choosing to watch the video today. So let's go get into this and have a little fun. So right before we leave, we have to just do a little zoom in action here on the old number 3 car in there. I cannot wait to open this place up. Okay, now I'm good. Now we can get back in the car and go. We did what we come to do. So we're going to start our tour off right here on Main Street in Iredell Avenue area. They have some informational pictures up here on the side of the building here. It says Mooresville, North Carolina, 1873. Mooresville's first couple, Jeannie Moore and John Robert McNeely. It says here on March 3rd, 1873, the small village known as Moores Siding was incorporated into the town of Mooresville. It's pretty cool. They have all kinds of cool little informational pictures or placards spread out here on the main wall here on Main Street. And of course, you're always going to have something about cotton, because that's what the South was about, especially here in North Carolina. Man, we had a lot of cotton mills. I know I did a video about the town of Kannapolis, and they were known for their cotton mills also. And if you've never seen that video before, it's pretty cool, especially if you are a fan of Dale Earnhardt Sr. That was his hometown, and they have a very nice area down there dedicated to him. And it's a really cool video. I really enjoyed that video. And this town is kind of known for Dale Earnhardt Jr. This is where his son grew up, because they moved up this way, and this is where he was raised. And he actually went to high school just a few blocks from here at Mooresville High School. And it was they're called the Blue Devils. So really cool. And here we have some baseball. They had I think they had a Class D. Yeah, Mooresville Moors played in the Class D North Carolina State League from 1937 to 42. And it also talks about, due to World War II, it was ceased operations for a few seasons. And they were actually connected to the Boston Braves way back when. So right here, I really like this. As you see, they have a picture of the dime, which is President Franklin D. Roosevelt. And this actually has some cool little facts on it. It says, Dr. Selma Burke, reach in your pocket there and find a dime and look at the face on it. On it, you will find the likeness of the only 3-term president of the United States of America, Franklin D. Roosevelt. But who was the artist who fashioned his likeness that graces our national currency? It was Mooresville native, Dr. Selma Burke, an American woman descended from slaves, born in Mooresville on December 31st, 1900. In 1944, she was commissioned to sculpt the likeness of the President of the United States. It was unveiled in 1945 after his death by President Harry Truman. So there's a little fact I didn't know. That's why I love doing this stuff, getting out, learning a little bit about our history and sharing it with everyone. That is just too cool. So right here we have a Nailed It DIY studio. I have some kids in there building some things, doing some artwork here on a Sunday morning. What else we have here? Ooh, this is my type of place here. It's a bakery. Unfortunately, it's a closed bakery, but New York bakery. Pastries, breads, cookies, and coffee. Here we have a barber shop. Very classic looking barber shop. Looks like it's got a little age to it. A lot of music here in town also. They have like speakers on the lamp post. And that's just so weird to be walking around this little nice town. You have all this music blaring. The Owl Pawn Shop. I used to love going to pawn shops when I was younger and I was into music. I used to go in there and look at their guitars. I bought my first guitar out of a pawn shop. It was actually an old Epiphone Les Paul. There must be a barbecue joint around here somewhere because I can smell like a cherry wood smell, like where they're smoking barbecue. Really smells amazing. So I think I've finally figured out where the barbecue smells coming from. They have Big Tiny's Barbecue right across the street. They have brisket and some pulled pork, sausages. It really smells good out here. And then right here we have on tap Crafty Brews. Pretty cool. And then look at this old mural here on the side. Bite in a Box, Wrigley Spearmint Gum. Dang, I ain't seen something like that in a long time. Look how old that stuff looks. Okay, this mural goes back a long way with me. I'm talking early 80s, elementary school here in the Piedmont of North Carolina. Deluxe ice cream was everywhere. This is what we eat, what they served us at school. I remember it was 25 cents for like a bar of ice cream, or like 35 cents for a cup or a Nutty Buddy or something like that. And that ice cream was so delicious, and I can still remember it like it was just yesterday. But today, you don't see deluxe ice cream at all around here. I don't know where to find it, where to see it. It's not even in gas stations anymore, but it was always made right here in Mooresville, North Carolina. So after seeing that deluxe ice cream mural, not to get all mushy and misty-eyed or anything, but that is such a great memory for me. It was just always a great memory. That just, I've not thought about that in, like, you know, forever, 30 some years. And then I seen that deluxe ice cream symbol, and I'm just realized how long it's been since I've seen some deluxe ice cream in these parts. It's been many years. So I don't know, put in the comment section down below if you guys used to get ice cream when you was in elementary school. So this place right here must be very popular. Famous Toastery, breakfast, lunch, and brunch, because there are people out here waiting in line both directions to go in here and eat. You got some summer specials, even though summer is over. Strawberry banana flapjacks, lemon berry and cream cheese, French toast. Right here we have some of their menus. Some good looking stuff. And right next to the famous Toastery, we have a distillery here. They have some of their drinks. Long list of drinks on here. Try not to go too fast in case somebody is into this type of thing. Maybe you want to come check it out. Here's their business hours. And of course they have a monstrous still out here right out front where you can check it all out. That looks pretty fancy. Looks a lot different one than the ones I used to hear my grandpa talk about. He was a bit of a moonshiner at one time, by the way. Right here we have the Four Corners Framing Gallery. Nice looking painting in there. There's a cool painting of like downtown. Right here's yet another mural. It says Brown's Cafe on it. Drink Coca-Cola, delicious and refreshing. That is pretty cool. Quite weathered over the years. I love finding stuff like this. Let's go see if we can find some more, gang. I know I had a friend of mine when I was a kid. His grandmother used to live down here in the Mooresville area, and she only lived a few blocks from his hamburger joint that I'm kind of looking for right now. It's called Whataburger, and it's not any relation to Whataburger that's out in the Midwest in Texas. It was its own thing here in the Piedmont area. I only think there was maybe 7 of them, possibly 10 at the most, but it was like little drive-in places. It looked kind of like a Sonic would today, where you would drive up and order your meal and they'd bring it out to your car. And yeah, if we can find that, I definitely want to show it, if it's even still open, but we're gonna keep our eyes peeled. So right here on Center Avenue and Main Street, we have us another really nice mural right here on the wall, Franklin Automobile Company. So I found another massive Coca-Cola mural. Delicious and refreshing. Relieves fatigue. I don't know if it relieves fatigue, but Coca-Cola always makes me burp, unlike any other drink that I ever, drink. So so here's another cool mural that I have never seen before in my life. It's called Golden Girl Cola, a Mooresville hometown tradition for over 50 years. And it actually has like a Sundrop bottle right here. And Sundrop, I think, was made in the Carolinas too, maybe down close to Charlotte. Not really sure about that, but I think that's right. I think it was maybe made like down around Gastonia or something. But really cool looking mural. There's murals everywhere. Just as we see this one, you just pan around and look, here's another old mural right here on the wall behind me. This town is littered with murals. Sales Chicago Royal Blue shoes. $3.50 and $4. Wouldn't you like to buy some shoes for $3.50, $4? I mean, would that not be a steal? So as you can see, they have a train track right here through the center of town here in downtown Mooresville. This is a very common sight here in the South when you're in these old towns, because when you have meal towns, this is how they used to transport the cotton to the manufacturers, where they would actually make the shirt or make the the bedspread, whatever, sheets, pillows, things like that. This is how they would transport it. So pretty cool. It's a nice little brick pathway they have, which is very nice. Have some benches out here, kind of watch the world go by. But the reason I have made it to this path is because out of the corner of my eye, I think I spotted Whataburger. So it doesn't look like anybody's there. I'm pretty sure they're closed, but we're gonna venture down that way, peruse around, if you will, and see if we can see anything, a menu, or maybe just an old relic that long closed. Don't know what we're gonna find, but we're going in that direction. Well, I'm not quite at Whataburger, but I just found a dinosaur. Look at this behemoth. That's right, folks. This is an old payphone, which the phone has long been gone, but the little booth is still there. Look, man, check that out. There's where the phone book used to be. How crazy is that? Just withering away, but right here it is. Whataburger drive-in number 11. Serving the hamburgers with the little pickle on top of the toothpick there was kind of their deal. So this old place is still open. Check that out. Sundrop cherry lemon. Never tried it, don't know if I would. Oh, they got the hours over here. Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. closed Sunday. Oh, that's such a bummer. I'm here on a Sunday. That kind of bums me out a little bit, but this is it. Yeah, man, they still have this is just where you would pull your car up, and they would take your order through these little speakers. Say Pepsi, please. And there it is, a quarter-pound all meat on a 5-inch bun, only $4.65. There's a hamburger steak, barbecue plates. Seems like they got a little expanded menu than what I remember, but because I always got hamburgers when I was here. So cheeseburger $3.35, that's not bad. What a Salisbury, $4.65. What a cheeseburger. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So there it is. That thing is making some noise. What is up with that? Oh, I feel like a dummy. That man over there was making the noise. I thought the little speaker was making that noise. It's the special times like that. I just gotta laugh at myself. So they do have indoor seating, I believe. Even though I never tried that. We always just used to cruise up and eat in the vehicle. So that was pretty cool. The gentleman that was out here doing the work, he actually spoke to me, asked me how I was doing. Always very polite down here in Mooresville. And I told him, I said I used to come here as a kid, and I said I'm shocked this place is still open, because that was like over 30 years ago, you know, I was coming here. And he said it ain't going anywhere anytime soon. He said they still have one open in Kannapolis, and then they have like I think 2 other ones in Charlotte. And he said these places have been open like for over 65 years. He's 65 years old, and he said they was around when he was a kid. So they're still churning out some tasty burgers here, he said. So maybe when I come back in the future, maybe I can try one. But that's really good to hear that they're still doing well. So right here we have music lessons, repairs, guitar repairs, sales and service. Have all kinds of cool instruments here. And I'm a huge Kiss fan, and I like ZZ Top. So when I seen this, we have Ace Frehley, and yes, it is Ace Frehley, not Tommy Thayer. Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, and Peter Criss, also known as Peter Criss Cola back in the day. And then here we have some ZZ Top action. A lot of cool stuff in here. Got some CDs, all kind of guitars. And then they have this sitting out front, which also kind of caught my attention. Yep, I had to do it. I'm way too big for this. Here's a little eatery, Epic Chop House. That just sounds good, right? Look at how fancy the tables are in there. But they got some good food. Got some craft beers. Scallop. Ooh, that's a seafood joint. Bet my mom would like that. She is a seafood eating person. They got appetizers. Ooh, they got candied sriracha thick smoked bacon. That sounds good. Yeah, you're talking my language when you start candied bacon. When you just throw candied bacon in there and it's flavored with some spice. Sounds yummy. Filet mignon, $54, 12 ounce. That's pretty cool. Goodman Drug Company, free parking this way. So I guess the drug company has free parking back here. The Back Room LLC. It's a men's clothing store. Historic downtown Mooresville. Weekends by appointment only. Man, that's kind of fancy sounding. So right here in front of the David Edward Photography and Videography store, we have like some Walk of Fame stuff. We have North Carolina Auto Racing Walk of Fame. That's Rex White 2021. It's kind of cool. I didn't even know this was here. Alan Kowicki, which I knew he had a lot of fans back in the day. He was like a privateer race car driver that won the championship back when, you know, teams like his didn't normally do that. Here's Greg Anderson. See, you can't really see their faces too great. Who else we got here? Here's Bobby Labonte. I remember when he used to race for Joe Gibbs Racing. He was the 2000 NASCAR champion. Jerry Cook. Not really sure who he is, but he's somebody. He's on this Walk of Fame. And of course, I know who Smoke is. Tony Stewart, number 14. Even though I will always remember Tony driving the Home Depot number 20. That's when that's my memories of him anyway. So Mooresville took a page out of Disney World's land. They actually put a statue on a bench, kind of like Roy Disney is at Disney World when you come into the Magic Kingdom. He's set with Minnie Mouse, and this right here is Peggy Pop. Peggy Pop is a legendary citizen who owned successful businesses and helped revitalize downtown Mooresville. And this is her statue. Kind of cool. And then right here in front of her, we was just talking about Davey Allison, and right here's his place on the Walk of Fame here on Main Street. So that's pretty cool. And then we have this place, Anything's Possible Tattoos and Body Piercings. This has been a mainstay here in downtown Mooresville for many, many years. So here is Richard's Coffee Shop, a living military museum. Now that is a very interesting combination, to say the least. I kind of hate that it's closed because I would have loved to go in there. Oh, look at that. That is beautiful. So now I have made my way down to the Antique Mall here on Main Street and Design Gallery. I had to show this off. Somebody in town told me about it. They said, oh, you're doing a video on Mooresville. How cool. You need to go down and check out the new Antique Mall area, because everybody needs to see a humongous, monstrous, huge picture of the Mona Lisa that they've painted down here. Ooh, what do we have here? Toy pickers, vintage toys, games, cards, and comics. This way. And here we are at the toy pickers. It's just a little corner in here where they have all kinds of old vintage Hot Wheels and things like that. That. A little bit of Batman. Some Evel Knievel. $500. There's the Batcopter. Look at that card sitting there. That's Knight Rider. There's some Garbage Pail Kids. I used to collect them. Some Kiss. Ultra Magnus, man. I remember that when I was a kid. That's way back in the day there. $400 for that one, 1986. Oh, I'm really starting to have a moment here, gang. Look at that. That is the Dukes of Hazzard electric slot racing set. I actually had that when I was a kid. I remember Christmas morning waking up and seeing that, I about fell over. Christmas was so cool when you're a child. And you ain't gonna believe this, I had this too. The Barn Busters generally. I had that right there, that exact one. Check out this vintage television. This place is fantastic. I'm in toy heaven. Look at all this goodness. And right up there is my original. That was the same set I had, the action set Nintendo. Look at that. I wish I still had that. That thing's worth $450 today. Unbelievable. So they have this eatery down here. It's called Barcelona. And they have like craft hamburgers, and they have a beer garden here. So really cool place to come and eat a burger. It smells terrific down here. But I was also told this place might have some of the best pizza in Mooresville. And it's just 2 stores down. So let's walk down here and check it out. And sure enough, right here is Alino Pizzeria. And there's quite a congregation of people out here eating pizza. And I went from the hamburger smell down there, which was amazing, and down here I can just smell the pizza's baking in there. And they bake them in like a wood-fired oven, so that is really good. I know that type of pizza has got awesome crust. So if you're ever in the area and you want a good pizza, right here would be a good place to start. Maybe go in there and try them out. This little walkthrough tour of Mooresville is coming to an end, but we're not done yet, because we had one specific goal today before this video ended, and that's go check out the Days of Thunder barn. So I'm gonna get in the vehicle, we're gonna go in that direction, see if we can find it, and wrap this thing up. So let's go look at a little movie history. All right, friends, we are here off of 150 in Mooresville. We're surrounded by all kinds Sam's Club, manufacturing stores, Ashley Furniture, and in the middle of all that we have this, the Days of Thunder barn. This is awesome. This is so cool. Check this place out. And it is still standing. I don't know for how much longer. There is a gentleman here working. He's actually removing or putting these old corn stalks. They're kind of decorating up. I don't know, they're selling pumpkins right here next to it, but he told me I was free to film here on the property, which I think is so cool. But you know, in the movie, this right here was like a ramp. There was a ramp where they drove the car up and off, I guess. And actually I don't know if they actually filmed inside of here or not, but this was the structure that they at least made you think they was filming, you know, on the inside of it. But this is called the Days of Thunder barn, out of the movie Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise. One of my favorite NASCAR movies. Not my favorite NASCAR movie, but it was definitely one of my favorite NASCAR movies. My favorite NASCAR movie is very sentimental. It's called Stroker Ace, starring Burt Reynolds, if you wanted to know. But yeah, check this place out. Cinder blocks in there. And this place, it's looking a bit rough for wear, for sure. What a cool, surreal moment to just be walking around this old place. And right here, we're on the back side, and right here is the old silo that you can see in the film. How awesome is this? This is so cool to be here at the Days of Thunder barn. I finally get to see it before it falls in, because I'm telling you, it's in pretty rough shape. I would probably wouldn't be exaggerating too far. If a parakeet flew too close, it might fall over. I don't even think it would take much wind. It's in pretty bad shape, but really cool. So friends, that will pretty much do it for us today. We're going to finish this vlog off right here the way we intended to, at the Days of Thunder barn here off of 150 in Mooresville, North Carolina. I had a great time today. Got to see a lot of neat stuff. I even had a nice surprise with that toy picker store. I really enjoyed walking in there and seeing some of those old vintage toys. I even told my wife a few minutes ago that, yeah, I want to go in there and walk around more, because I wasn't in there long. I was kind of in a pinch of time to get here and check this out and stuff, because I had other things to do today. So that will do it for us. If you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing. If you like today's content, give it a thumbs up, and if you have any comments, please put them below. I love reading them. Until next time, I'm your friend, the Hitchhiking Yeti, and I will see you friends in our next adventure together. Until next time, you guys stay safe.